Anya, thank you very much, first of all, for your speech on the opening of GBS Talks 4.0 in Krakow, the conference we are organizing on September 2019, and this is organized by Pro Progressio. You have mentioned a lot of very interesting information in relation to the office real estate market in Krakow. What is the status of this market in Krakow city?
Thank you. It was a pleasure, basically. Thank you for inviting us and myself. Well, the status is, first of all, as I mentioned, matured market. Second, the market that is growing. So it brings more business as a Krakow industry, but from the real estate perspective, we see that a lot of also big players started to think about Krakow as their location to start their businesses in terms of real estate. So this is not a local market. This is like a very international one. So big players, big developers, and also international funds are very keen on investing into Krakow. So this is definitely good for entire business, because that means that this is going to be even better quality than it is now, because this is a very competitive market. So if we have like over 200,000 meters of modern office space under construction, that means that look for the competition, look among how many properties these companies may choose from, so that to basically build the strategy for their business and their employees. So this is very, I guess, positive.
If we take a look on Krakow itself, as probably as all of the other Polish cities, there are some districts. Are the office spaces somehow put in one location in Krakow, or they are rather spread around the city?
They are spread, as you could see in my presentation. Fortunately and unfortunately, well, we just don't have CBD. We just don't have this central business district, so all the properties are spread all around. First of all, well, public transportation, proximity to the city center. City center is becoming very important, because now the new plots are being developed. That hasn't taken place yet a couple of years ago. When I guess that entire city, so as close to the city as possible, and if the plot is available, this is where the business and the office market will grow among all the city. But definitely, I guess the biggest challenge now would be to find a good plot in a good location. It's still doable, but it's a kind of a challenge. But anyhow, it's entire market and entire Krakow and all 5 zones that we basically recognize are growing.
And the last but not least, do you think that the tenants representing GBS shared services or BPO industry, are they rather used to stay in the offices they have chosen some time ago, or they are rather in such position that they like to move to other locations because of various reasons?
Oh, this is a very good question, because there's like a lot of factors basically that will make them stay or to go. First of all, how their business has changed here in Krakow and the needs of their employees, whether they will grow or stay on the same level, whether the property itself is like enough modern to meet these expectations. If not, the move is always let's say, considered in the same time with renegotiations of the lease agreement. So it's very individual. We see the companies that basically change the location, even have the same size and the same like number of people, because of better location, better look on the office map of Krakow, let's say, just to attract also best talents. When on the other hand, we have also the companies who say, listen, we like our location, we just need to upgrade our office, interior design. So then they invest more into the office space itself, going through the entire workplace strategy process and hiring architects, basically.
So the last question, having in mind completely new, fresh investor, is Krakow ready to have a site for a company like 2,000 seats, for example, immediately coming to the city? Are there buildings who can
Right.
host this kind of investment just right away?
Yeah, that would be very big investor as for the like a first move. Well, not for this moment. Like if we say about 2,000 square meter, 2,000 people, this is like a lot of space. So at the moment, if you would like to enter with such a big capacity, you would have to wait a while. But still, usually, yeah, there are some certain temporary office in between because this market is also growing. The service offices, the temporary space is also available. So never heard about someone who's coming with 20,000 square meters in one shot. So still the market and capacity can basically, let's say, it's like not force, like help with it. Right.
Thank you very much. Thanks, first of all, for your presentation and for this interview. It was really great to talk.
Thank you, Ella. Thank you, Victor. Pleasure. My pleasure.